Hey everybody, Yankee here, as you can see from the name on the little tag right here. And as you can also see from the name on here, this is a Manurhin. I know it's upside down for you, but for me it says Manurhin right here. And as I promised yesterday, I wanted to give everybody a little bit closer look at my first gun of 2023, and it is the Manurhin MR88. Now, this is not the MR73, which is being imported by Beretta. And this is actually a pre-import model anyway. But I thought I'd take some time today to explain what it is instead of just explaining what it isn't. What it is a 6-inch barreled, 6-shot, 357 Magnum revolver made in France. So it's a little bit different than a lot of other guns. Now, a lot of people yesterday when I first showed this said, looks like a Ruger. Well, yes, it does share some characteristics with a Ruger. In fact, one of the main characteristics that makes it kind of look like a Ruger is the cylinder release right here. That's very Ruger-like. When you push that in, that releases the cylinder. Now, one thing that is not very Ruger-like, you'll find when you do that it is so smooth. That cylinder moves, like it's just precision machinery, like clockwork there. That is awesome. I could just push this in and out all day long, in and out, in and out. Let's just do it a few times there. Let's not get unrealistic. That's enough for anybody. But it is an awesomely made firearm. That's what makes this gun so special, is the build quality. Now, one thing I will say about it is it did come with some very small grips. I do believe these are the actual factory grips on it, but they are very small. I guess that maybe French people have tiny hands. Makes it easier to hold on to those baguettes or something. But I will have to say, overall, this gun is very nice. It seems like those latte-sipping surrender monkeys can actually do something right when it comes to building a revolver, because this thing is high quality. When you look at the way the barrel is made, it's just really well made. Kind of gives me impressions of a Dan Wesson. Kind of feels very much like a Dan Wesson the way it's put together. It's got some unique features here, like when you pop the cylinder out right here. Let me find the button. There's a little nub right there, and that little nub goes into that hole right there on the crane. I guess that gives extra stability or something. I'm not real sure. Now, speaking of the barrel, it is a one-piece barrel, which is nice. I don't have anything against two-piece barrels, but I actually like one-piece barrels better. I just think they're more traditional, and I think they look nicer. Now, the rear sight is actually kind of Rugerish also. It is more of a thicker, not a blade sight like you see on a Smith & Wesson. It's more of a block sight. It has adjustments for height, windage, elevation, blah, blah, blah. So really nice rear sight. Now, the front sight is just a blacked out ramp sight, and it is removable. It's kind of large, actually, too. Now, this is obviously set up for target shooting, since this is, an incredibly unnecessary 6-inch length barrel, which is just, like I said before, showy and intimidating, but clearly set up as a target gun. It's even got a tapped barrel up here if you want to add accessories like maybe a sight or something. The hammer is also very Rugerish. As you can see, it's very blocky. It's very well made, but, not a lot of shape to it. I wish this was a little more refined. But, overall, I can't complain because this gun is solid. This is a very well-made gun. It takes basically what Ruger does and takes it up to the next level. I've always told people when they're trying to decide between a Korth or a Manurhin, if you're the type of person who likes Smith & Wessons more, you'd probably like a Korth. If you're the type of person who likes Rugers more, you'd probably like a Manurhin, and that is especially true when it comes to the MR88. Now, the MR73, which is the more desirable model, is a little more Smith & Wesson-like. It has a different mechanism to release the cylinder. It's just a little bit more similar to, like I said, a Smith & Wesson revolver, but done to an extra degree. Now, one thing I am surprised at this price point, though, is that on the MR88s, they don't have recessed cylinders. I'm not really sure about the MR73s. I can't remember right now. I don't think they do either, but if they do, that's nice. But this one does not have it. Like I said, this is more of a going out to the range and going shooting gun, but it's just done to an extra high level of quality. And speaking of price point and quality here, let's talk about how much it cost. A lot of people are like, that gun must be very expensive. You must have a lot of money. Well, it's the exact opposite. I don't have any money. In fact, I have negative money now because I put it on a credit card. Because this is something you don't see every day. And here's the real kicker here. This isn't as expensive as a lot of people might think. Now, the MR73s, which are being imported, and especially the pre-import ones, those things are around $4,000. That's a lot of money for a revolver. This, however, was $1,300. I had a $100 gift certificate, so I was like, well, I'll put the rest on a credit card. Now, I know a lot of you out there are like, never buy anything on credit. That's a sucker's game. You should just always use cash. Well, to those people, I say, suck it. You may not have any credit debt, but you probably also don't have a Manurhin, and I do. So I think it's worth it. Like I said, it was only $1,300. I had my credit card almost paid off. I think I owed like $500 on it. So I put it on the credit card. And I'm okay with that. Like I've said, this is not a support group. I'm not here to tell people to overcome your addiction and stop making bad decisions. I'm here to encourage you to make bad decisions when it comes to firearms. As far as buying things, not using them, just buying them. I'm an addict. I don't want to not be an addict. And I'm not here to make you stop being an addict either, so you have to accept my addict behavior. And in this case, it's putting a gun on a credit card. That's just the way things go sometimes. Like I said, you don't see these very often, especially not the MR88s, because they are not imported anymore. Beretta's not bringing them in. They're bringing in the MR73s. So at a price point of $1,300, I just couldn't let this go. I had to get it. When I was in there and he said, well, the blued one, which was beautiful, by the way, and a viewer bought it, and worth every penny, was, closer to $4,000. And then this one with $1,300, I was like, I'll take it. I don't care if I do have to go into a little debt for it, because like I said, when will I have the chance to buy a Manurhin MR88 again? May never happen in my lifespan. I don't got all that long left. I'm not a young man. So went ahead, put it on credit. But like I said, not a very expensive gun. So if you see these around and people are wanting $4,000 and something for them, know that they don't have to cost that much, because you can find them cheaper if you find a reputable dealer that actually finds one. So just wanted to take some time today to show it, everyone. I am really enjoying this gun. I can't wait to get some more rounds through it. I took it down last night and fired about 18 rounds through it because it was raining. But beautiful gun, performs amazingly, very little recoil. That small grip, like I said, is a little bit hard to get used to. I need to figure out, can I put Smith & Wesson grips on this? What can I do with it? Because that grip is a little small, but it is French. This gun's a French gun, so when you're shooting it, you shouldn't get all your fingers on it. One finger should be held out, your pinky. Your pinky shouldn't be on the grip, should be straight out like a gentleman, like you got class, like you're a lady. So, really not that bad, the small grip, but I would like a bigger grip on it, like a 3-finger grip. But of course, I'll keep these since they are the originals. It did come with 3-finger rubber grips. Oh, and this here that it came with, this is not a silencer. People keep asking me, what's the silencer for? That's just a cleaning kit, so in case people are wondering. But this here, like I said, this is my newest gun, my first gun of 2023, a Manurhin MR88 in stainless steel. It is like a very high-end French-made Ruger. And like I said, for once, the French did something right. Well, and French fries too. I like those. But I'm not sure those are actually French.